Welcome to the video. I'm Uncle Mark. I'm going to be putting one of these bug deflectors on a van we own right now. Just got it, and it's not chipped up underneath, but it's got that oxidizing happening. If you've had one of these vans in a while, you know what it looks like. This can work for the Grand Caravan, Town and Country, maybe some other stuff. So this is a no drill kit, which is kind of nice. And they're using some kind of stick-on pieces that'll go onto the hood. And they give you some measurements. This is what they look like. See the red backing tape. And we hope this is going to be decent. Just trying to figure out what's all part of the kits, and I understand how it's all going together. Because you know me and instructions. But it's nice, no drill. So let's see how these pieces work all together. So if you're wondering how this is going to stick without no drill, the instructions explain once these pieces are going to be stuck to the hood. There's a screw that's going to go into the back. It doesn't go into the hood though, and it's just going to hold some little clips into these pieces, sticky things that go onto the hood. These are going to be the mounts, and yeah, easy enough. Let's go right to the hood then. So of course you guys are going to have to prepare it, basically just clean it off. I'm just cleaning it off with some water because it does have something included with it. I imagine this is like isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol, that kind of thing. That's what it kind of smelled like. So I'm just going to kind of go over the whole hood, although really don't even need to, well, I'm not going over the whole hood, but the whole front of it. Really need to only just go over where these things are going to stick. But whatever, I just figured let's just clean it up. It might be a little easier to do the whole thing. You can see how the hood's been oxidizing or whatever. It's some kind of a chemical reaction. It's not rust because it's an aluminum hood. Oh, by the way, more videos on the Grand Caravan as well as the early 2000s Volkswagen Rotan, I guess is what it was, right? So they give you the measurements here. This is all in millimeters because I'm in Canada and this is a Canadian company that supplied this. I ordered like quite a few other bug deflectors, and they were supposed to be full hood. Well, at least the pictures showed that. They didn't tell you how long or big they were. I was kind of discouraged with that. First mark's going to be about 25 millimeters. I guess if you get one of these kits and you need to use, so that's 170, which looked like, well, what did I see there? I guess you can revert to that. I'm just using a felt marker, a permanent one, because no one's going to see this anyway. And that's the pieces are going to sit in the middle of the mark there. See, this piece has a little thing you line up. Little finger there. So that's going to be easy enough. I think what they're suggesting is you put it down, you tape it on there like with masking tape, then run masking tape beside it so you know exactly where it's supposed to sit. I seem to fail to have seen those instructions, although I really don't know how you could screw this up. Because these two little fingers at the very front there sit on the edge of the hood. Here, I'll show you. So I'm going to pull the tape off. And I'm going to put the edge of it first. I'm lining up that little arrow. I'll show you a close-up after, and then I'm just going to lay it down. I guess a person could put it on sideways if by accident without the marks there. So I'll show you here a little closer one. Peel the tape off. Meet that up with that little mark in the middle. Just going to rock it down. Here you go. Again, I don't know how I can mess this up, but then we are talking Uncle Mark, right? I probably could mess it up. You do this side too. You've seen it done. We'll speed it up a little bit. So what I did is I sat them on there, then for whatever reason I just double checked my measurements because I'm one of those guys that measures 100 times and still gets it wrong. Same thing. Just going to sit them on there, rock it back. Just make sure it's kind of going on straight. Same with this one. And we're pretty much already gone through half of the things. See how that fits on there? I don't know how you'd mess it up. I don't know how it would not go on straight. Sure, it doesn't have to be, under a microscope kind of thing straight, but pretty straight. Rub them down really good with your fingers. That The tape that's on there is considered, it's called like a pressure sensitive tape. So it's the act of actually pushing down and squishing it against the metal several times makes it activate or stick on. So there we go. So now we're going to have to 210 millimeters from the middle of the hood. I'm going to put my pail back under here. That's what I've been doing. It's just been sitting on top of the engine holding the hood up. If you've wondered how this hood has been staying up like that. So I've got my middle measurement. So I'm going to go 210 millimeters, I believe it is, from the middle outwards on both sides. Pretty simple to do. Like I say, I'm just using a permanent felt marker. You can see we're really going to be covering up some horrible looking hood edges, huh? This piece is kind of interesting too. It's kind of molded to the hood. It's not flat. So they've gone through a little bit of work there to make that be able to fit properly. It works the same as those little ones we were doing. Peel the plastic off. There's like a little arrow that you're going to line up with the mark you've made on the hood and just push it down. Then ripple down several times all around it. Go on to the next one here. Same thing. I think you can do this. Put it down. Make sure it's all sticking, all the edges and everything. Of course, you want to be doing this in a warm place somewhere. At least, 10 degrees Celsius, which is what? 0 is 32 Fahrenheit, so you want it, 40, let's say. I'm not very good at converting. You don't want it too cool. What's next now? So they're saying that there's going to be, to get to the edge of the hood here. Of course, I'm going to want to pre-fit this on too. I'm going to take all the plastic off of it. That's kind of keeping it from getting scratched. Set it on. I'm just going to make sure all my little holes fit up properly. I'm just going to set that little tab in there. See what it looks like. See, so a tab's going to go in the hole, or a little button. And on the back of it, we're going to put a screw in. So I just want to make sure that they all lined up. Not that I could do much now on it anyway, because they're stuck down. Looks like these middle ones might be just off a little bit, but we will see for sure. These ones seem to line up okay. I think they're more important anyway. The other ones, there's just going to be the screw that's going to go through. And they kind of should almost snap in there. So I'll show you from underneath how this is going to work. I found a better way than I think what they're suggesting. They're suggesting you set the bug deflector down and then run a screw in the back. I'm going to pre-run the screws in just so that they're ready to go. I'm just going to make them go into that big round hole there, just stick out just enough. Understand what I'm doing? That this clip is going to hold in there, or I'll be able to snap it in, and it does snap in, so that's good. And then, of course, you tighten it, but you'd have your bug deflector in. My problem was, with the bug deflector down, you can't really see where the screw's going, if it's going on a straight angle or not. I had one going on a little bit of an, it was a little cockeyed, I guess is what it might be called. So there's a couple different kind of screws, right? There's these short ones that aren't very pointy, and there's a little bit longer one that's pointy on the end and it's got a smaller head. So that's the ones we're going to be using for these outside edges. There should be 4 of them. And the clips that you use for that too are these ones that have no hole in the middle versus the other one. Understandable, huh? I'm going to take the pointy little ones. I'm going to pre-tap them in just far enough that they are sitting there. I found actually they were a lot easier to turn once they were pre-tapped in. Hopefully this is making some sense to you. Line it up. Those look like they're going to line up just pretty close. Let's get back to the edges now. How are these guys? These guys look
is this one off?
Where are we here? There we go. It's very close.
That'll be.
So the ones with the holes are going to be the ones that are in the middle. Snap them in. That's just got to be done first before the bug deflector can be put on. And you see how that's going to line up there. Then we're just going to run those screws with the big fat heads on them, but they're the short kind of stubby ones. It's going to line up. So this is the snap we're going to put in the edges here. It's a hole down. So it's got a hole in the middle of it. It only goes in one way. And once it's snapped in, you're going to want to hold it down with something. And we're just tightening it. This gives you a better idea what it looks like, what you're doing. And you'll feel when it kind of tightens up. It's just going into plastic. So same with this one. The button has, the top side of it is filled. Screws already in there because we pre-tapped it, right? Makes it a lot easier. Plus, I don't think these were even magnetic screws. I couldn't seem to get them to stick on originally onto my magnetic screwdriver. Even tried a magnet itself. Let's go to the other side here again. We'll just pop those in. Just want to see what the angle is here. These are the ones at the tops again. Holes filled in. Sit them down there. It takes a little bit of pressure just so you can get the screw to go through it. You don't want to miss it. Same with this one. Pop it in. Hold it down. Turn the screw in until it's fairly snug. So what do we have left? Just two more. Now remember, we put these ones in already behind the shield. So it's just these two screws. So we'll just go in there. This has to be snug. That's that one. That's this one. And that's how easy it is to do. So what's this video? 12 minutes long. I'm sure you could do it even quicker once you know that's what it looks like. Turned out really well, protects the hood, and it hides the little bit of damage that we've got behind there too. That corrosion that's happening. If you like this, why not give me a like, maybe subscribe as well. Check out the channel. Good stuff there.